Got saved is by grace and coming through. What's good? What's crack-a-lacking? People out there, chocolate people, vanilla people, people in the middle, everybody else is out there. Grace. We're saved by grace as Christians. We know this. This is like, you know, if you don't know that, you don't know what. If grace was a song and came on in the club, everybody would be dancing. Everybody would be like, dude, I know this. We hear about grace in the Bible all the time. New Testament. The whole thing is riddled with this grace, 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 grace. It could be a 2 Chainz song. Like, it's so repetitive. Reading through the Bible, every single page, grace on the thing. Ephesians 2:8, the Bible says that that we were saved by grace. It's the gift of God, not of works, so no one can boast. Grace, straight up. If you know what grace is, that's what it is. It's not that big, tall African lady that played the movie Boomerang back in the day. So the Bible says we're saved by grace. My question is, who are we saving by grace? What relationships, what people, what situations are you redeeming or have you redeemed by grace? And I know I'm saved by grace. But my struggle sometimes is showing that grace in my relationships. You know, when somebody cuts me off and is mean to me and does terrible stuff, the last thing my mind is reciprocating and showing the very thing that God showed me. It's hard because you're hurt and it's painful. It gives you an idea of how hard it was for God to show us grace. I'm sure it wasn't easy to know we've hurt Him all our lives, but He still made a way, made a plan for us to have the relationship that we severed be redeemed in. My question is, do you have a plan to redeem situations and relationships in your life that have been broken because it's somebody else's fault? Not your fault. Somebody else's fault. Do you have a plan to bring them back into the garden? To bring them back into fellowship with you? Dude, we're alive. We're in the faith because of grace. We were saved by grace. Who can we say we saved by grace? I'm not saying this is some kind of like God trip thing, like we're saving people by grace. I'm saying how many relationships didn't have to end, could have been restored, had we shown a person grace. I don't hear that testimony very much in the Christian community. Because we can always justify why we were hard on somebody. We can always justify giving somebody the law. We can always justify kicking somebody out. We can always justify ending the relationship. We can always justify the divorce. But I just don't hear too many people justifying the grace. I don't hear it. I don't hear people saying, look, I'm going to justify showing grace. I'm going to justify saving this thing by grace. I have reason in my mind that I will save this relationship by grace. I've set my face on trying to save this thing by grace. Look, my friend messed me up, dogged me out, but I believe if I show them more grace, something's gonna happen. I'm working with counselors and people to show my husband who messed up terribly more grace. To show my wife who totally messed up more grace. Our whole foundation of the faith is that we got saved by grace. God saved something, us, that was messed up, us, by grace. And what should make our relationships different as Christians is that when we think they're gonna end, when we think it's gonna be severed, we should have a plan to want to save it by grace. God offered to repair our broken relationship when He had no reason to. He didn't have to. And I guess what I'm saying is, what relationships are you offering to repair that you don't have to, but you're just inspired by grace? I think grace is so dangerous. I think it's the most dangerous thing in the world. I think, and I weep looking at things and videos I made in my prior ministry. The ministry I started and led, and things I said on my other YouTube page, and how graceless I was, and I was scared more of people abusing it than it being unleashed. And when it's unleashed, you can't deny it. You can't deny that it's going to change people's lives and impact relationships is grace, and showing more and more grace. Who's stepping in to radically change situations and relationships with grace? Who's doing that? Because that's what's going to do it. Who's doing that? And again, I know all the doctorate degree people and the theology driven people out there can be like, no, we have to have a balance. But I'm not talking about that right now. We already know that. I'm not saying you're just all grace and you lose sight of everything else. What I'm saying is easier for us as Christians to justify and reason why we don't have to extend more grace to a situation. I hear personally more reasons why we cut people off. We don't have a testimony of long suffering and grace. We have a testimony where the Bible says here, I don't have to. But the Bible says here that no, I don't have to do that. And the Bible says here that one, twice, and once after that, they do it. And the disclaimer I'm throwing out there, I'm not saying every single thing in your life that is severed has to be redeemed by grace. But I'm at least saying you should have had the heart to want it to be, to at least try. We're saved by grace. What are we saving by grace? I think there should be in the life of every Christian a plan to save something by grace. Show them all that grace, salt in all the place. Show them all that grace.
Oh yeah, the video's over now. But if you want to learn more about me or my ministry, then check out IamJustinCox.com. If you want to connect with the brother like on the social, aka, dang, I feel like we homies type tip, then you can find your boy on Twitter, Facebook, yes sir. And oh yeah, I even get in on Instagram, son. Just search I'm Justin Cox on any of those social whatevers, and let's link it up now. Let me hear you say link it up now. Ooh, ooh. Oh yeah. Oh, don't hate, son.